How you doing, guys? This is Chronic Rush and welcome back to a brand new FIFA 15 Team of the Week predictions. Welcome back, guys, and today we're predicting the Team of the Week number 8, which should be the first Team of the Week in November, being released on the 5th of November. And this week's Team of the Week isn't the strongest in terms of high rated players, but you've got some very solid players there, quite a few discard price players as well, and it is kind of a hard Team of the Week to predict this week. But we're going to get straight into the team, and we'll start off with the starting 11, and this goalkeeper here, Sebastian Vieira, plays in the Liga Postobon for a team called Junior, and he picked up 6 saves, a penalty save, a clean sheet in his team's 2-0 victory. Fair play to him. We've got 2 very good silver keepers. You've also got the likes of Joe Hart keeping a clean sheet in the Manchester derby, and some other keepers as well that could be filling in that position. Moving on to the defence, we're actually playing 4 at the back this week, and we're playing this player here, Danlinho, plays for FC Porto in the Liga Portuguesa, or the Premier League, and he picked up a goal and a clean sheet in his team's 2-0 victory over Nacion. Moving on to the centre-backs, first player over here is going to be this player here, Mustafi, plays for Valencia in the Liga BVA, and he picked up 2 goals and man of the match in his team's, I think it was a 3-1 victory, or 2-1 or 3-1 victory over Villarreal. I do believe it's 3-1, but still 2 goals from any centre-back should see them picking up a Team of the Week card. Moving on to the next player of this player here, Colaccini, the Newcastle centre-back. Newcastle slowly moving up the table, having some very good, successful wins lately, and the momentum is on their side. But he had a very good, strong game, picking up the clean sheet and man of the match in that game, in his team's 1-0 victory over Liverpool there. Moving on to the final defender, we have this player here, Gael Clichy, another BPL player, plays for Man City. I believe there's going to be one player at least from the Manchester derby. Like I said, you could have Joe Hart, you could see Yaya Toure, the midfielder, but Gael Clichy here picking up the assist for the Sergio Aguero goal, as well as a clean sheet and a very good performance in that game. Some sites have given him man of the match as well, so we could see him in this week's Team of the Week. Moving on to the midfield, we've got quite a few wingers, shall I say, but the first player over here is going to be this player here, James Rodriguez, and this is going to be the player I do believe that EA are going to put in just to get more people wanting to buy packs. Obviously, he's a very desirable card, maybe not out in the right mid position. That is because obviously Gareth Bale was out injured in his team's 4-0 victory at the weekend over Granada. But James Rodriguez here picking up 2 goals, one of them being a very nice goal indeed in that 4-0 victory, and picking up 8 out of 10 of the rating. We've also got another Real Madrid player in the team, so wait for that one. We have this player here, Ivan Perisic, another winger, played out in that right mid spot for Wolfsburg, picking up 2 goals and a fantastic performance in his team's 4-0 victory over Stuttgart. Kevin De Bruyne picking up the man of the match in that game, I think, for 2 goals and an assist, but he's already picked up an inform card, so we may see him with a second one inform, but I do not believe he'll pick it up this early on. Moving on to the next player of this player here, Luka Modric, the other Real Madrid player I had, and the main reason I went for him was the fact that he picked up the man of the match award, I do believe, and 9 out of 10 rating in that game in the team's 4-0 victory. Fantastic dominant force in the midfield, and another high rated player EA could put in just to get more people to pick up packs. Obviously Ronaldo and Benzema picking up 2 goals and assists each, but they've picked up inform cards recently and most likely won't be picking up a second one anytime soon. Moving on to the final player in the midfield, we have this player here, Patrick Herrmann, plays for Borussia Mönchengladbach in the Bundesliga, played out in the left mid, default position is on the right wing, but this guy looks like a very good card and picked up 2 goals and an assist and a man of the match in his team's 3-1 victory over Hoffenheim. Moving on to the strike force, first one over here is going to be this player here, Miroslav Klose, the Lazio striker. They played on a Monday night, however he did pick up 2 goals and an assist and man of the match in his team's 4-2 victory over Cagliari. Fantastic performance by him, but it was a Monday, so EA could look over him, but I highly doubt that, especially Miroslav Klose. And moving on to the final player of the starting 11, I decided to go for this player here, Antonio Griezmann, the Atletico Madrid player, should I say. Default as a left wing, and the websites I was using to find out stats and stuff like that were showing he was playing in a striker role or a more forward role such as a centre forward or something like that. But I went for him here. Koke also having a fantastic game as well. But Griezmann picking up 2 goals in his team's 4-2 victory over Cordoba, picking out 7 out of 10, whereas Koke picked up 2 assists, man of the match, and 8 out of 10 playing in the left mid position. So that's the reason I went for Griezmann, was the fact I was missing a striker, and I already had quite a few left mids and right mids, but we could also see Koke there to replace him. Moving on to the sub bench, first player over here is going to be this player here, Sergio Alvarez, the Celta Vigo keeper. Obviously Celta Vigo beating Barcelona 1-0 there fantastic performance by them. I was watching that game. Barcelona, this guy kept Celta Vigo in the game and kept them the clean sheet, obviously. Picking up 7 saves, man of the match in that game, in that 1-0 victory. And he had a fantastic performance indeed, and we could even see him in the starting 11. Moving on to the next player of this player here, Marko Lormik, plays in the Russian leagues, I do believe, for Mordovia, and picked up 2 goals in his team's 2-1 victory over FK Krasnodar. They were 1-0 down. This guy picked up 2 goals in the defence, and a fantastic performance by him. You've also got various other players such as Callum Chambers, the Arsenal player, picking up a clean sheet, goal and an assist. You've also got various other centre-backs, silver ones as well, that you could put in that spot as well. Moving on to the next player of this player here, Paolo Di Kegli, plays for Parma now, and played out on that left mid, picking up 2 goals and man of the match in his team's 2-0 victory over Inter. Moving on to the next player of this player here, Brian Linson, plays for Hercules in the Eredivisie, or the Holland League, and he picked up a hat-trick coming off the bench and picking up the man of the match award in his team's 3-1 victory over Go Ahead Eagles. Moving on to the next player of this player here, Gustav Engvall, plays in the Swedish league, or the Allsvenskan, I think it is, plays for a team called Göteborg, and this guy picked up a hat-trick in his team's 5-1 victory over Halmstad. We have another Swedish league player, this player here, Kamala. I highly doubt they're going to put both of them in, but I wasn't too sure what one to pick. This guy picked up 3 goals in his team's 5-2 victory over BK Häcken, again in the Allsvenskan league, the Swedish league, and they just look like standard bronze cards. And moving on to the final player of this week's Team of the Week and number 8, we have this player here, My Aga, plays for Metz in the French League 1, and picked up a brace, 2 goals and man of the match award in his team's 3-2 victory over Caen, I think it is, in the French League. There wasn't a lot of good performance in the French League. I believe EA are going to put at least 1 player in, and this would be the player they'd probably put in. So guys, that's the Team of the Week number 8. You can see it on the screen. As you can see, we got quite a few discard type players. Clichy will go for quite a bit. We got some very, very good silver keepers that could be quite solid. Hairman would be quite cheap, I reckon. Danlino, Mustafa, Colaccini, they could all be quite cheap. Perisic as well. Griezmann could be quite expensive for a striker. Close is always kind of a not cheap card, but in the mid-range that you could easily afford. And obviously James Rodriguez and Luka Modric. Probably one of them will pick up the Team of the Week card, but they're both very, very expensive cards if they do get a Team of the Week card as well. The bench does look fairly standard. You've got some okay looking silver cards there. The left back, not too much, but the bronze players just look pretty shitty, to be fair. But guys, that's the Team of the Week number 8. If I've missed any players you should have been in that Team of the Week, put that in the comments. Also remember to hit that like button. Also remember to subscribe. Stay tuned to this series and go and check out some of my other series on my channel as well, guys. This has been Goresh. Till next time, adios.